It's time. We're live. Yes, we are. We are live. You guys know I go live a couple minutes early. OMG. OMG. Uh oh. 1 minute alarm. Hold on. That is just, I got that right there. Play up. We got a minute. Get ready, people. Get ready for the best Wasabi Wednesday ever. Bro, you don't even know what's coming. You don't even know what's coming. You don't, playa. You don't. But you're going to love it. That I can guarantee. Wait a minute. You know what? You can't see Grandpa's war plaque. Dang it, DeRizzle. It's blocking the light behind me, but look at this. Like, we do this. If I come over here like that, then you can see it. But dang it. Because I like hanging right here, man, but I'm blocking the plaque. You know what? I got to figure, you know what I'll do? I got to put it somewhere that way you guys can see it. But you guys know I have little Easter eggs that I drop for you guys every day. Like, you see this, like, what's that one right there? Wait, where is it? Wait, hold on. Is it like there? Like there? What's that? Up there? Like right there. Not the book, on the shelf. You know I can't, right there. Oh my gosh. What? All the alarms are going off. Who's ready? Who's ready for the best Wasabi Wednesday? I know you are. I know you are. Okay. All right. Are you guys ready? Well, good morning, business builders, and welcome to Business for Breakfast, where business is the most important middle of the day. I'm your host, Aaron Novinger, the Venti Business Guy, otherwise known as VBG. Our goal on this show is to make you 1% smarter today by unpacking business news over the last 24 hours, sprinkle with tips and tricks to help you mind your own business. Now, I know you ain't here for me. You never are, playa. You here for the morning mark. But why do you like the morning mark? But it's easy because there's no props required, no drinks, no gear. It's just you and a functioning brain. We'll work with what we've got. Wherever you are, desk, truck, kitchen, job site, standing or sitting, it doesn't matter. You pick one thing you will finish today. Not a list, not 10, not three, just one. Thank you, Justin, you little genius. Now, mentally mark it right here. Mark it mentally, write it down. That is the line in the sand. That's the thing the day doesn't get to erase. That's the pause that sharpens the edge, the moment that turns noise into signal. It's the tiny act that makes business owners dangerous in a good way. That, my friends, is your morning mark. Your day's officially started. All right, my beautiful peeps, you drive, I dive. Buckle up, buttercup. Let's roll. Are we ready for this day in history? Bro, why do I sing so much? Uh, How is it that I have no idea how to sing? Arguably, I'm one of the worst singers I know, and yet I sing everything. I'm like Elf, man. Like, you can sing in public. No, you can't. Yes, you can. If you can sing by yourself, you can sing in public. No, you can't. Yes, I can. Like, I just feel like I just love singing, and I'm horrible at it, but I don't know. Hopefully, you guys get a little bit out of this too. I know Justin does, my bro. He's like, my sound is good. You guys know that today is the 45th episode of Business for Breakfast. And I tell you, it's been amazing. And for the first 44 shows, I couldn't figure out how to get my mic to actually work through the browser. No, it's true. And with a little help from a few of my AIs who gave me very specific instructions on what to do, on how to fix it through my browser and on my computer, um, you guys now can actually fully hear me through the mic. Is this not amazing, bro? Okay. Like today, I feel like we just officially started the show. Like the first 44 episodes was like the trial run. Yesterday, 44, and really today, because it's our very first day, really, because we didn't do a show yesterday, so Monday. This week is our launch week of Business for Breakfast, because I think we got all of the tech. I got the webcam, I got the mic, I got the lighting. It's all down in, players. Before we jump into this day in history, which is going to blow your face, your mind, and your head off your body. Okay. You guys know we are a few weeks away from our third annual cross-country charity bike ride, pedaling against Ponzies, where you know that I train. It takes me a long time, but I ride my bicycle from Dallas, Texas to Washington, D.C. for victims of financial crimes and Ponzi schemes. This is kind of the back. This is last year's shirt. This year, it's going to say, obviously, third annual. But if you guys want to check it out, go to, what is it, ponzirelief.org. And you'll be able to see, by the way, go check out because you're going to see like latest pictures of the bike. And then also you can find us on Facebook, Pedaling Against Ponzies. And you'll see a lot of really cool things about the bike. But you guys know we do small business accounting and planning and have for years and years and years. And you can't sit across the table from somebody that's affected by this and it not destroy you. And it was a few years ago, and I just felt that somebody had to do something. And the thing is, with this one particular crime, I don't know of a crime that has more silent victims than this one crime, because this is your parents, it's your grandparents. They are so embarrassed and ashamed of what happened to them. They tell no one, no one, no friends, no family, no kids. Usually, the kids find out about it when they're reading in the will. Yep, yep. And so Rebecca and I, years ago, decided that we were going to give voice to the voiceless and champion those that can't champion themselves. And so this is year number 3 of us doing it. We leave the day after tax season because clearly we can't do it during tax season. So we leave April 16th. And the goal is to be in DC Memorial Day weekend. 6 weeks. It's going to be tight. But I usually bike about 50 miles a day ish. And if you guys want to go check out the bike, go to ponzirelief.org. You'll check it out. And if you guys want to know about us as an accounting firm, you can also go to accountingplusaccountability.com. We're the only accounting firm on earth that gives you a 2x profit guarantee. We onboard with you and we guarantee in 12 months that we will double your profits, or all the fees you pay for the year are completely refunded. 100% guarantee. But we're the only accounting firm on earth that spends as much time, yes, documenting what you did, last month, but as much time helping you profit and succeed next month. So you get it. We're the only accounting firm on earth that has dedicated account managers who visit with you every month, review your financials with you. It's like your little pocket CFO. Oh, and by the way, we're half the cost of our competitors. We come to you every month. We basically just make sure that you aren't suffering. I know it's weird, right? Because every accounting firm you work with, the accountant says you need to do this, 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 and this, and this to make sure that my job is easy. I'm sorry. Who has a harder job, the accountant or the small business mom and pop venti shop? You tell me. I think we know the answer to this, right? All right. Are you guys ready for some this day in history? Not juicy news. You thought I was going there. We're going to do this day in history. It's going to blow your mind, your face, and your head off your body. This day in history, March 25th. Are you ready? Shut up, dude. Shut the front door. This day in history, 1655, Dutch astronomer Christian Huygens discovered Titan, Saturn's largest moon, forever expanding our understanding of the solar system. 1957, the Treaty of Rome established the European Economic Community, laying the groundwork for the European Union we know today. Oh, wow. Major world events. 1807, this day in history, the British Parliament abolished the slave trade throughout the British Empire. 1807, man. What else happened this day in history? You guys know our deal, by the way. We, both of us, have a handshake agreement. And that agreement is if you learn something today or you laugh, okay, then we have a handshake agreement. All right, all right. By the way, that was me doing it in case you're not actually here or like watching, but you're hearing. It's not a squeegee. That's my hand doing a handshake, like, all right, all right. Okay. And your agreement with me is you like and subscribe, especially with being a brand new show, man. We got to tell the world that there is a uplifting, encouraging show that people got to dial into on the way to work. No politics here, no red or blue, just us hanging out, man. What else happened this day in history? 1911, the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire in New York City killed 146 garment workers, sparking sweeping labor safety reforms across America. Yeah, man. It's weird, man, because people like corporations are always like anti-union. And I'm like, right. But it's because they're like, well, that just makes our job more difficult. There's more bureaucracy, there's more layers, blah, blah. Right. But you understand that the only reason why that even exists is because the people had no voice. They had no voice. So that's why unions are formed. So I don't know. This is a novel idea. Business owner, if you want great, happy customers, how about you focus on ensuring that your team is happy? Then you'll have happy customers, right? So let's make sure that we have good conditions for our team members to work, right? What else happened? Shut up, bro. Shut up. No way, dude. This day in history, 1965, Martin Luther King Jr. led 25,000 marchers from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama, in the historic march that helped pass the Voting Rights Act. Shut the front door, which I believe passed in 66. The Civil Rights Act, I think, was 60 or 67. It was right around there. Um, you want to know about some famous birthdays? Mm, how about the Queen of Soul, Miss Aretha Franklin? That's right, Miss Aretha Franklin, 1942. And how about one of the greatest singers of our time, Elton effing John, my boy. Dude, I will forever. I talk about this, the age 80 regret minimalization rule that Bezos talks about. I will forever go down regretting because, and Bezos talks about this. Most of the time, we get to the end of our life and we look back, and things of regret are usually regrets of omission, things we didn't do. And this is one of those times I will be 80 years old, still pissed at myself that I did not go to the Billy Joel Elton John concert when they were touring together, and I think it was in Vegas. I was like, oh yeah, it'll happen again, freaking moron. You know what? Look, I have not put this on in a long time. I get to be the one that wears the first scarlet letter M for moron today, March 25th for Wasabi Wednesday. I get to wear it because oh my God, dude, my vet pin. What the hell, dude? Where's my little vet pin, bro? You guys know, like, I'm a big lover of the vets. And so I somehow knocked off my little vet pin. I'm going to make it a little higher here. Bro, you guys know my story, man. My mom, my natural dad, and my adopted dad. All three of my parents were air traffic controllers in the Navy. Yeah, I had arguably the greatest childhood. Growing up in a freaking tower when pops would take me to work, and I got to walk that ladder, and he was always behind me because the ladder's straight up. And you pop that door in the tower, and you get hit with that beautiful San Francisco fog of cigarette smoke. Because y'all know the Navy diet for decades was 2 packs of cigarettes a day and a pot of coffee. And that was Pop's diet until the day he died, bro. But Elton John, bro, that today is his birthday. You know what's something that's crazy about this dude? I saw him do an interview years ago with I forget the dude's name, but Will Ferrell imitates this dude brilliantly when he was on SNL. He's bald. He's a British dude. He does great interviews, and I can't. You know what I'm talking about? He's got his glasses and all that. And so he was interviewing Elton John, and Elton John said, "Yeah, I can basically make anything a song. I don't write the songs, but I can take any verbiage and turn it to a song." And he's like, really? And he goes, yeah. And so, this guy it's all students. And he asked one of the students, hey, any one of you up close, just give me one of your books. Hand to God, go watch it. It will blow your mind off to watch the skill that Elton John has. Okay. And so he would grab a book. Somebody just gives him a book. And by the way, Eminem can do the same thing with rapping, bro. He could basically make anything rap that doesn't even rap or rhyme. Nothing rhymes. Okay. The way he does it, everything rhymes. And he opens up the book, Elton John, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna read, and just grabs like 3 sentences and turns them into an effing song, bro. The dude's skill is off the charts. Who else has a birthday today? Look, bro, we know. SJP, Sir Jessica Parker, 1965 player. Yes. Sex in the City. And somehow these people must be in the limelight. They get addicted to the fame, they get addicted to the power, and they just crawl out of their hole, just a lot older and totally out of style. Like, not in clothing, but just we've moved past you, playa. Like, dude, why does everybody at the top of their game have to come back? Like, I give so much credit to people like the actors from Friends or the actors of Seinfeld. Like, they're like, look, we know we had something good. We high five and we go down in history. We don't try to do the Tom Brady and retire, the Michael Jordan and retire, and then come back. I just have to have the center of attention. Let me come back. No, you can't. You can't. Like, the only dude that I knew that came back scarier than before was freaking Mike Tyson, bro. When that dude went to prison, you guys remember the very first fight he had when he came out of prison, bro. I remember there's the big old white dude. And you remember Mike Tyson, he was like this. You can't see me. If you're watching me, you see my eyes. He's like this. He was just watching this huge dude. Bro, everybody on earth was watching this fight, and everybody on earth knew that dude not Mike Tyson, the other dude, Toast. The only dude I think that could actually beat Mike Tyson at that time, the only dude, Chuck Norris. But I knew you were already thinking that, okay? Because nobody, like literally, the jail would come to Chuck Norris. Like that's just he bends time and space. Like nobody understands, bro. Texas Walker Ranger. Nobody gets it. Okay, I apologize. You guys know I went a little ADD tangent there. Now, can we finish off with the arguably one of the greatest national? Now, this week is a very tough day for national days because you guys know last week we had Sloppy Joe week. Whole H, bro. You know that on Monday we had, dude. Monday it was the podium award winning national day. There was gold, silver, and bronze medals. We know Monday the gold was puppies, like puppy day. But then I swear on my life, the silver was chips and salsa day, and then the bronze was tamale day. Today, I don't think it's going to be quite as good as Monday. It's going to be damn good. The gold winner today, International Waffle Day. That's right. So you got to go get yourself some Lego My Agos, okay? Because if you're going to try to walk into an IHOP today, bro, it's waffle day. It ain't happening, bro. Okay. You can get into, our little where the little Waffle House. You'll get in and out for sure. For sure. But what else is today? It's Tolkien reading day. That's right. Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Go get you some Hobbit, get you a chapter player. And you know what else? Bro. So we know. So here's the top three today. International Waffle Day, Tolkien Reading Day, and National Medal of Honor Day. National Medal of Honor Day. For our bravest men and women, bro, insane. Out of these three, which is the gold? Oh, God, I know. First of all, I'm obsessed with the military. And you cut me and I bleed loyalty. Okay. But I still got to say gold goes to International Waffle Day. I have to. But absolutely unequivocally, right behind that, like, is going to be like, Michael Phelps when he won the butterfly and he won by like 0.001 seconds, 2 Olympics ago. And while they were cheating, wearing that, illegal swimsuit. But I feel like right behind is going to be National Medal of Honor Day. Absolutely. Like, you understand, bro? Like, you can't even see it. I've got a whole stack. I have 2 stacks of these plaques. These are my grandfather's plaques. One of the greatest possessions that I own. And so, man, and then I think probably the bronze is going to have to be Tolkien Reading Day. I apologize, Tolkien. I apologize, but you can't compete with waffles and Medal of Honor. You just can't. All right, you know that we're now going to be jumping into some of our favorite topics, the top news stories, right? But before we do, I want you guys to know we do the show every day for you, mom and pop Venti shops. Venti does not mean large, it means 20, 1 to 20 employees. Our baby, our bread and butter for us for almost 60 years is you, the service-based mom and pop brick and mortar. You are the most underappreciated, underserved, um, just the greatest human beings on earth. You are the reason why people will make a raft of old tires and tie a piece of plywood and go find some palm leaves and paddle themselves across an ocean to get here, because we're the only country on earth where you can show up on these shores with the clothes on your back and some money in your back pocket, and in 20 years you're successful. Why? The American dream. What is the American dream? You. You are. You are what makes America America. And so, if you guys, anything we talk about here, you guys know we just talk business, man. We have a good time in the morning. We laugh, we cry. We learn a little. But in the end, the show is really it's a show for you. It's a show for me. We get the tar beat out of us every day. And by the way, if you want to partner, because I promise you, you've never had one before, go to accountingplusaccountability.com. You'll see a little gold button up there that says talk with Aaron. That be me. Click that. It links right to my schedule. We'll talk about anything. Schedule a call with me. We'll talk about anything you want to talk about: accounting, consulting, strategy planning. Every Tuesday, Tactical Tuesday, we build a business out of a box, 0 to cash flow in 90 days with a service business that costs you less than $1,000 to start. And they're guaranteed, by the way. If you follow my blueprints, they're usually 10 to 15 page business plans. You can go to all of my notes and go see. Just go to last Tuesday. And by the way, you can kind of always tell by the shirt I'm wearing what day of the week I'm recording. Monday is Magical Monday. It's always blue. Tuesday is Tactical Tuesday. It's like Army green. Wasabi Wednesday, that's today because we talk gossip play it. And we know when it comes to gossip, it never black and white. It always 50 shades of gray. A woot, a woot. Thursday, treat yourself Thursday. It's purple for a reason because you is royalty. It is the only day of the week you're allowed to pamper yourself. And on Friday is Good Friday, and we wear red, man. It's the day of love. Love, gratitude, kindness, man. It's our operating system. It's the way it is, man. So today you're gonna get some gossip and some tea for the week, and it's hot and it's off the press, and I can't even wait. But if you guys want to talk about anything, accountingplusaccountability.com, scroll down a little bit. You'll see the thing that says you want to go to the show. You can go links right to my YouTube channel, and then you can also ask a question. It goes to our question page. I'll reply directly or read it on air. But you guys are the star of the show, man. All right, are you guys ready for some juicy news? Juicy news, juicy news. Are you? All right. Dude, today, quick little synopsis. It is definitely hump day, but it ain't slowing down day. The Iran war peace talks are sending mixed signals. Oil is still, dude, it what shot up to like 100 and what, 15, $19 a barrel, shot back down to like 80 bucks a barrel. It's still 100 bucks a barrel. Gas is still up 75%. Congress is grilling the SBA about threats to Main Street from China. Consumer spending is cracking. The job picture remains grim, and your commercial lease might be your best negotiating card in years. Meanwhile, AI is saving small business workers nearly 6 hours a week, and new tax rules are changing how you report your tips and overtime. Grab your coffee. Here are the top 10 stories, playa. Are we ready? Oh, I think that deserves a double woot. A woot woot. A woot woot. Let's get a woot woot going. By the way, I need to find a woot woot button. Buy button woot woot. That way, when I'm like, you know what it is, and I'm like this, is it a one woot or three? I'm like, three woots. Woot, woot, woot. I'm going to find it, bro. I'm going to find that. You're going to love it. All right. Story number one. Here it is. Iran peace talks send mixed signals. The market grows and it whispers, bro. Here's the story, man. President Trump claimed 15 points of agreement with Iran and delayed his threat to attack power plants until Friday. That dude don't play. And he don't need nobody to be friends with, man. Like, this dude is a people that are comfortable being by themselves. We call them pirates. It's not because they lewd, okay? It's because they do their own thing. They beat to their own drum. They do their own thing, okay? Them and a small group of a posse. It's pirate and his posse. That's all you need, playa. And then you don't need nobody's help. The people that change history, bro, they're pirates with a posse. I'm just telling you right now, okay? But here's the deal. Iran's parliament denied any negotiations that are underway, calling Trump's statement false. Markets rallied Monday, then gave back gains Tuesday. Why this is a big deal to us? If you guys sell anything that requires a truck being delivered or a ship getting it to a dock, playa, everything is going up in price. It getting to, you're the wholesaler, understand it's all going up because gas is up 75%, bro. Go to the gas station. You guys know I'm OCD. I track everything. And so go look at my gas log. 1st of February, bro, it was like $2 a gallon. Again, I'm in Midwest, so everybody that's in California and the East Coast is like, what in the rizzle did you just say? I know. But it was low for you too, at $5 a gallon. Okay, now it's 75% higher across the board. So I'm paying like $3.50, $3.75 a gallon, which means you're paying 7-ish bucks a gallon. It's gone up, bro. So until this thing gets worked out, man, you be strategic in how you plan. Don't order inventory right now, man, because you're going to be hit with higher fees, delivery fees. Anything that you import, the importer is not going to eat the additional fuel costs. They won't. They'll make you eat it. And then and that's the wholesaler. The wholesaler buys overseas. They sell that to the manufacturer. The manufacturer has to raise their rates, and then they pass that to the consumer that sells to the public. Okay, either B2B or B2C, and that the retail arm of the wholesaler, us, we're the ones that are making sure we're marking that up, which is also why we with our account managers we literally have monthly meetings with you where we discuss your financials, and that's a big thing that we do is especially for our businesses that have like high cogs, cost of goods sold, like for our restaurants with their cost of food, or our mechanics like the cost of parts. We watch that like a hawk because when it goes up, we have to make adjustments on pricing real time, bro. Real time. Every month we do this. But again, that's why we have the 2x profit guarantee. I guarantee it. But what makes us unique, bro, is every other accounting firm out there is owned by accountants. Not us. We're owned by small business owners. I started my first business at 13, my first seven-figure business at 21, and my first eight-figure business at 28. Like, this is all we do. And so years ago, I got railroaded by a small business accounting firm. It took me years to climb out of the hole. And I was like, screw this. I know how to do this better. I know how to build an accounting firm for me. And yeah, document what I did yesterday, but how the hell does it help me run my business tomorrow? It don't. It don't. We do. We do. You'll see. You go to Accounting Plus Accountability, scroll down a little bit. You'll see my little face with a quote, and it says, "When looking to hire or partner with a firm, you can either partner with a firm that obsesses over your business as much as you do, or you go hire an accountant. It's your choice. I don't care, bro. But if you want to be profitable and you actually want to start dominating your market, there's only one option in the market. It's us. Accountingplusaccountability.com. You'll see. What else is going on in the news today? Story number two. Congress grills the SBA on China threats to small business, bro. The SBA has woken up, player, bro. This bear has been hibernating for, I swear on my life, bro, 20 years. For sure, at least 15 years, this bear's been hibernating. And all of a sudden, man, in the last year, SBA comes out of its cave. It's like, roar, roar, big stretch. Oh, we got some businesses to help, bro. And it just comes out of the cave, bro. Oh, I don't know, man. Like the SBA, they've been doing amazing stuff. I'm really interested to see what this story is telling us because you don't really hear the last year or so about SBA doing things that we don't like. And this seems like it's kind of questionable, but here's the story. House Small Business Committee is holding a hearing today titled Defending Main Street, Combating CCP, Chinese Communist Party Threats to America's Small Businesses. Session will examine how Chinese trade practices, cyber threats, and unfair subsidiaries directly undercut local businesses. What? What? No way, bro. So, what this is saying is China is basically, I don't know, doing a Trojan horse and is masquerading mom and pop, basically like us, but doing it underneath a massive, massive biz, but you don't know it. Wow, bro. Okay. But my question is, how would the SBA this almost looks like a show trial because I'm confused. Um, First of all, what does the SBA, Small Business Administration, what do they have to do with China being sneaky and opening up business here? Small Business Administration is supposed to be a resource to small business, to us. So how would the SBA know that other countries are infusing Trojan horsing? I don't know. It's kind of weird to me. It almost seems like it's a show, like a pony, like a dog and show kind of thing here. Like, oh, we're showing the people that we're doing good work, but yet we're like masquerading over something that literally means nothing. Like, dude, keep doing what you're doing, helping small business. That's how we fight this. You equip us. And by the way, I don't even know how that even makes any sense because we literally just talked about this. That now, unless you're 100% citizen owned, you don't get any resources from the SBA. So maybe they're being grilled on all the resources they did before the new law that went into place, like March 1. Maybe so. Maybe this is like years old stuff. I don't know. But dude, we've had a deep partnership with China. You know, they buy half our national debt in half for a million years, right? So in public, we always slap each other's hands like, stop doing that. You know, like the Middle East buys 25% of our debt. Like when they basically got the journalist and took him and basically, took him apart in pieces. You guys know what I'm saying. What did we do? Saudi, you stop doing that. You stop it. Stop it, Saudi. Right? So we make this big spectacle in public. We do not agree. But in the behind, we're saying, like, look, whatever the hell you want to do, bro, because we know we in partnership together. Okay. What else is going on in the news? Oh, bro. Consumer spending starts to crack. Oh, I freaking knew it, bro. I freaking knew it, bro. Um, I have a tiny little story to tell you guys, and it goes back to 9/11. So a lot of you guys know, well, I say a lot of you guys know, but I've been a career entrepreneur. And in the late 90s, I had a big furniture store, and we actually sold grandma clocks. And so 9/11 happens. Okay, so understand in retail, Q4 is like where you make the majority of your money. It's like the busy season. Okay, and then unless you're doing like really like after season stuff, the next quarter is really falls off. So I expected this because what I've been seeing is the consumer, the optimism uh, indexes, people are more cautious. Okay, but the spending hadn't changed. But we're coming out of Q4, which is historically for us when we spend a lot of money. Okay, in retail, and a lot of these retailers after that will do like after a season. And so by the end of Q1, we are now back to baseline for the year. And after Q1 is when this happens, and that happened to me in 9/11. That obviously happened September 11, 2001. I had a great retail season in Q4, but by Q1 of '02, everything started. It just fell off, bro. It fell off. It's happening right now. That's what this story is telling us. It's happening right now. Okay. CNN is reporting that consumer spending, which drives 2/3 of our economic growth, is showing cracks. Retail sales they fell 0.2% in January. Low income households are especially strained with delinquencies rising and real wages falling for the first time in years. Why is this a big deal to us, man? Our customers, all of us are middle class, bro. We're just working class. Okay. So now you're going to have to start shifting your strategy to value driven bundles. Okay. Loyalty programs. Start infusing your customer loyalty, man. You got to do it, bro. Customers now need a reason to keep spending. Okay. It's just the way it is, man. And if you guys want any help with this, like I said, you can go to accountingplusaccountability.com. Accountingplusaccountability.com. You'll see a couple things. One, we're the only accounting firm on earth that has a 2x profit guarantee. Working with us, you get assigned your own account manager and use it every month as your pocket CFO. And so if you guys want to double your profit guarantee, literally anything you pay us for the year, for the bookkeeping and the accountability and the accounting, we'll refund it back to you if we don't double your profits. It's guaranteed. It's guaranteed. But you'll also see that we don't just focus on what you did last month to make sure that's by the book, but then we spend as much time focusing on profiting next month. I know. It's crazy, right? So if you guys want any help with that, you know where to go. In the upper header, you'll see a little gold button that says Talk with Ron. That's me. It links directly to my calendar. Go schedule some time to talk about anything, man. Strategy, consulting, tax laws, bookkeeping, payroll, whatever. Go there. We'll even talk about how bad the Cowboys are. I don't care, playa. We talk. We talk. What else is going on? The news top day. Oil analyst hike forecast, bro. The barrel could average $100 in Q2. It's been years since we've seen this, bro. Years, man. Early 2000s, like probably when we saw $100 a barrel ish. Dude, crazy. But here's the thing. Reuters reports multiple banks are raising oil price targets as the Iran conflict persists. JP Morgan expects Brent to, I guess Brent is a big, I don't know, it's a stock exchange or something, to average $100 a barrel in Q2 2026, falling to 80 only by year end if peace holds. Energy costs are rippling through every supply chain, man. And this is what I tell you guys, dude. My job is to show you what's coming. Okay. So when we talk on the show, it's what's we're hearing today in the news, but what that means for us down the road. Okay. You must lock in your inventory and all your crap now, bro. Okay. And if you guys move a lot, lock in your your contracts, bro. Do it. Hedge it. That's why Southwest really was probably like 30 years because they freaking hedged their fuel and they murdered it, bro. Murdered it. Okay. But if you run a fleet, you got a food truck, you do delivery services, right? You got to be like doing it at $4 a gallon of gas, bro. I mean, where we're at is 349, which is some of the lowest in the country. But remember, you've got to pass the increase to your customer. Be transparent. Do it, but call it that. So that way, when it's done, do not make this a permanent thing that fits in there. Remove it when it falls back down. Okay, remove it. Okay, will you? I don't know. The big guys will put that thing in place, and they never do. But what else is going on in the news today? NRF forecasts 4.4 retail sales growth despite the Iran uncertainty. So, NRF, we know, is a National Retail Federation. They project annual retail sales to grow 4.4% this year, which is pretty cool because it's faster than the 10-year average. But we also know that this war creates some uncertainty, and we got to factor that crap in, right? So, to be honest with you, what drives our economy tends to always be the higher income consumers driving the economy, six-figure peeps. Those that make 75K or under don't they never have money at the end of the month. They just don't. And that happens to be, I don't know, half America probably, half, you know. But what drives the economy is those people that make good money. Yeah, man, it's just I don't know. Mom and pop venti shops, they're team members. It's not okay that we have to go to a mom and pop sandwich shop and already pay a higher cost for a sandwich than I get at Panera because they have no economies of scale, so they pay the highest cost of all goods, including every line item on the P&L. But then we as consumers feel this like need that we also have to tip because we know that that person's not making that much per hour. So on top of this being a $12 sandwich, then we feel compelled that we've got to give a $2 or $3 tip. So now we're paying $15 for a sandwich when I could pay $8 for a better quality sandwich at Panera. And it's like, but why? I mean, we know why, but I'm just telling you, man. Like, this is it's a big deal for us mom and pop venti shops. So it's great that retail sales are growing. I don't know if that is for the mom and pop. That when they say national average, they're looking across the board, all the big boys. Okay, so yeah, I see that because they can absorb that. Mom and pops, bro. I don't see it, man. I mean, if your business services affluent customers, okay, you're going to be doing great. But if it's like if it's budget conscious shoppers that are kind of your bread and butter, bro, you got to double down on value, man. Bundling your services, customer loyalty programs, right? uh, the middle class is shrinking, and it has been for a long time, bro. A long time. What else is going on in the today? Done news. New tax rules. What? Tips and overtime reporting changes. Are we ready? Are we ready to talk about no tax on tips? Oh, come on now. You all know ABBA, One Big Beautiful Bill Act. Okay, not the other ABBA from not the greatest movie, but for sure one of my faves of all time, Mamma Mia 1, and my God, number 2. Mamma Mia 2. I don't know. And Antonio Banderas and Cher. Um, there is something magical about that movie, bro. At the very end of that scene when she sings, bro, I'm tearing up right now, bro. I'm tearing up right now. Okay. Do you see how my little ADD brain just goes, bro? But I'm saying all that for the other ABBA. Okay. Uh, huge tax changes because of it. So for 2026 through 2028, employers must separately state tips and overtime on W-2s and 1099s. Okay, so this is going to be reported on that because the new deductions for qualified tips and overtime are available to employees, but you've got to update your payroll system. So if you guys need help with this, a third of our customers are mom and pop restaurants, so we do this really well. But it's got to be separated because the tips are separated in the first 25,000 tax free. I know it's crazy. Like meaning like you don't have to actually. It's literally you don't pay like the taxes on that. Okay, so you got to report it. Okay, it's still going to be there, show up as income. Okay, but the taxes on that piece, no bueno. Pretty freaking awesome, right? So, but you've got to have it, and same thing for overtime. Meaning you still got to pay your taxes on it, but the additional taxes we all paid for this stuff, right? But on this, no taxes for the first 25K. Crazy, huh? And by the way, if you guys have questions about this stuff, you guys know you can go to accountingplusaccountability.com. That's accountingplusaccountability.com. You'll get right to us. You can schedule a call to talk with me. We'll talk about anything you guys want to talk about. Um, what else is going on in the news today? Huh? Whoa, bro. This this is a biggie. 62.9% of small businesses have less than 90 days cash. Wow. Wow. I mean, I understand it because we build custom cash flow plans like every day for our customers. And by the way, I've got to give a major plug to probably one of my favorite financial books called Profit First, right here. Right here. Mike Michaelwitz. We've been building custom cash flow plans for our businesses for almost 60 years. But we used to have like 10 sweep categories. After I read that book like 10 years ago, I was like, yep, this is the new way. So, and it's dividing into the four main categories or the four main buckets, right? And the very first thing we do is we set aside the tax bucket, and based off of not gross revenue but gross profit. After we subtract the COGS, there is percentages for the main categories: taxes, owner pay, profit, OPEX, operating expenses. Okay, and based off of not gross revenue but gross profit, those are ranges like, and these percentages change based off of, are you 0 to 250,000, 250 to 500, 500,000 to a mil, or over a mil? They change. And so, and I'm telling you right now, it is absolutely unequivocally the single greatest thing that you can do to basically reduce all stress in your business, to never worry about money ever again, is build your custom cash flow plan. Go buy that book. It'll change your life. If you need a little bit of assistance with this, we do this every day for our clients. It's part of what makes us unique, is that accountability. We build your custom cash flow plan when you come on with us, and then we monitor and measure it every month. Every month. Yes. So check it. A survey of 307 small business owners found nearly 2/3 have less than 3 months of cash reserves. 75% report rising costs, with inventory and materials as the top driver. That's actually not it. They do not have a custom cash flow plan. What separates great small business from great large business? Custom cash flow planning, proper cash flow planning, and the knowledge how to do it. And that's why mom and pop business, they don't. Because if the mom and pop owner knew accounting really well, they'd be an accountant, not an entrepreneur. One is about risk, and the other one is about safety. So typically, rarely will you find somebody that is a phenomenal entrepreneur who also enjoys balancing pennies. Yeah, they're not usually the same personality. I don't know if you've ever talked to a really good accountant. They're usually the worst person in the room to talk to, typically. By the way, you guys know that. And also, by the way, if you guys learned something today, or you laugh, learn or laugh, you guys know we have a handshake agreement. You have to like and subscribe. Okay. That is our handshake agreement. Okay. And by the way, if you want to know where I came up with that, Jesse on Fire, bro. I love this dude's channel, bro. Him and I Am Coach Colin, both these dudes. You want to know like what's going on, like the tea with politics and stuff. These dudes are amazing, but they are so entertaining. That's why I love watching these dudes. But Jesse on Fire, bro, he's always doing the handshake agreement. Thank you, sir, for that inspiration. You know, you always hear that, man. Like, what is that? Mimicking is the greatest form of flattery. Copying, what is that? I don't know. What else is going on in the news today, Ma? How about this? Office vacancy rates are dropping. Uh-huh. Now is the time to negotiate that damn lease. So the real estate market is bottoming out, bro. First of all, you have to understand, businesses where you needed 10 people to help you run it, now one person, like Justin Walsh on X is the greatest follow ever for solopreneurs. This dude runs a $10 million shop, and it's just him, bro. He runs a $10 million business himself, bro. And so his content, his channel, his feed, his posts, all fire. But I'm telling you right now, bro, that's exactly right. Like I was talking with our office manager from the Missouri office, and he was like telling me about a conversation he had with his dad. And his dad was like, "Man, he gets a lot done. Does he have an assistant?" And he's like, "I don't think he has like a human assistant. I think he has like 5 or 6 AI assistants." That's exactly right. I depending on what's going on, I love using the tools for certain things to really help leverage this stuff. And so where people are not going back into these places, man. Like vacancy rates, they're dropping, but retail is shifting to the smaller footprints. So now average leases are under 2,500 square feet for the first time ever, ever. Okay. So if your lease is up in the next 12 months, you now have leverage. Okay. So we know the landlords are desperate to fill these spaces. So negotiate for the shorter terms. Also, if you have a bigger space, you don't need all of it. This new thing we're talking about, the co-living experience where you take multiple services that you do together, like the salon suite kind of concept. Here's the mainstay, but you've got two or three other things, but together you all kind of do it together, like let's get creative with this. Okay. There's a lot of things that you guys can do with this. But what else is going on in the news today, man? Here it is, bro. Here's the story. Fed report. AI boosts small biz productivity without job losses. It's true. And I agree with that. But you have to understand, if you've ever used AI, it's the formula is 10-80-10. Okay. So it does think of AI like a team member. Okay. So a human team member and an artificial team member. Okay. Both intelligent. Well, it depends. There's some people that were like, hey, but let's just say both intelligent. Okay. So you understand that you're the boss, right? Your job is you take 10% of your time packaging the tasks that you need for the team member, artificial or human, to do for you. Okay. So this formula that I'm giving you works for artificial or human like team members. Okay. And that's what I call them, team members. Okay. So 10% has to go into packaging the task. By the way, you need to do the same thing. This is one of the worst things that business owners do. You're building your business. You're like, oh my God, like I'm killing it. I'm making great money. You start hiring team members that do the turning the wrench and making the food. And then all of a sudden customers are like, this is not the same thing. And then what do? They get pissed off. They take everything personal. They start getting pissed at the customer. When in actuality, they're not like, they're not packaging the task properly to the team member. Like, here's what I need you to do. Here's the SOP. Here's the process. Like, follow the process. And then then the team member does the work. 80%, the team member does the work. And then here's where the entrepreneur also screws up. Is it you have to do the last 10%. You got to audit the work. You got to audit the job. I was just on the phone yesterday with one of our clients. He's got a big, he's a mechanic. Yesterday morning, I was building their custom cash flow plan. And I said, I'm just telling you right now, just think of me as the oracle for the matrix. Okay. I'm rubbing my crystal ball and I'm going to tell you what's going to happen right now. Okay. Because he's getting to the point where he's getting busy and bigger and he's like feeling like he's drowning, which means he's moving to the next level in business, which is exactly where you want to be. And the biggest mistake that entrepreneurs make when it's time to take their business to the next level and start hiring team members is they forget about the 10 and the 10, and they only focus on the 80. And then 3 months later, and the person's dropping the ball, making mistakes, and then what do they do? See, I told you, it just doesn't work in my business. Like, right, but did you build an SOP so that way they can like know what to do without having to bug the hell out of you? Did you also audit it with quality control? Did you? Like, what? I don't know, man. Like, this is like easy, cheesy stuff, but everybody makes this way more complicated. But I'm telling you right now, you don't think that this stuff saves you productivity? I just told you. Like Justin Washbro, $10 million business by himself, but he's not by himself. The dude uses tools, right? He's got team members. A lot of them, most of them, they're either going to be contractors that are not employees of his, okay? Or he's got team members that are artificial. I'm telling you, that's how it's done. So here's what we're finding out. This Federal Reserve survey found that nearly half of small businesses now use AI, with 15% planning adoption in the next year. Here's what they use it for: writing, marketing, and productivity. Yes. After, and by the way, for us, depending on what we're doing, we'll use like all five. So Chat is obviously the OG. Gemini, Grok, Claude, Perplexity, all have their strengths and their weaknesses, and they get used for different things. And so, but you have go spend 3 months with Chat. Let it learn you, and just pick Chat, okay? Because it's everybody uses it. It's OG, okay? So pick Chat, and pay the $20 a month for the upgrade plan. So that way it's got memory. I don't think it's going to have memory until you upgrade, but regardless, it probably does have memory, but you unlock certain things. Okay. Play with it for 3 months and then say, write an email to this person in my voice and watch what it does. You take an idea for an email that you have, and you're like, it's like this. And you feed it in, you say, redo this and make it better. Use my voice card. And this thing spits out an email that's like, what? And then you can also say, oh, you're using too big of words. Write it at a sixth grade level. Okay, it does that. Oh, it's very formal. Can you make sure that the tone is like friendly and but yet professional? Rewritten, copy. That's what I'm trying to tell you. 10, 80, 10. It will do 80% of the work. Your job is do the last 10%. Check it, playa. Just check it. Like people that don't audit this stuff, it's like hiring somebody to mow your yard, and yet you never go check their work. That's like the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Like somebody mows your yard, but you don't go look to see they're not scalping your yard every week. And then you have the balls to complain when they've been mowing your yard for a year the wrong way, and you finally go check on it. Bro, that's on you, man. That's not your yard guy. Like, that would be your yard guy if after the first time he does it and you audit it and you're like, bro, you're going too short. I'm using St. Augustine, bro. You can't go that short. That's Bermuda short. Okay. Oh, yeah, no problem. I'll make the adjustment from a 3 to a 5 the next time I come out and mow. Brilliant. But now, if you tell that dude and the next time he comes out, it's at a level 3, not 5, and the next time, now we gotta get a new yard guy. Okay. But if you're not checking the work and after a year aren't happy, bro, that is on you, man. That's on you. Okay. So trust me, do the formula 10, 80, 10 for team members. And this is artificial or human team members. 10% of the time, package the task. Who, what, where, why. The person should know what needs to be done without ever talking to you again, bro. And if you need help with this, use AI. I need to assign this task. Here's what I need to get done. Can you build me an SOP where the person can read it and not have to ask anybody for help? Yes, do it, bro. Do it. It'll change your life, man. Then assign the task. And for the love of Mary, think of it like an Oreo cookie, bro. 10, 80, 10. Bottom, you can't have an Oreo without the cookies. Package the task. 80% is the creamy crap. That's the team member stuff. And then the top cookie is auditing the task. Quality control. Bottom task, package it. Creamy shit in the middle. Audit that at the top. Do it. It'll change your life forever and ever and ever. And I'm talking AI, I'm talking team members, artificial or human. Do it always. You're welcome. I know. Let me get off my freaking soapbox here. Let me get off my soapbox, bro. Okay. Now, are you ready for this story? Digital first small businesses are outpacing brick and effing mortars, bro. MasterCard's economic outlook finds nearly half of new U.S. card accepting businesses are launching online only, bro. It's true, man. All the food kitchens and stuff, man. All these, like my aunt, dude, she has a commercial kitchen, but it's not to the public. But she is, I talk about this chick all the time. My aunt's name is Fran, and she does granola. So you know her business is Franola, okay? Out of Cali, bro, she ships countrywide, all out, basically all online, and for years rented out of her house. Just got her first commercial kitchen. So now she's packaging, dude. She is just murdering it, man. And so she is basically all online with a little commercial kitchen, but not brick and mortar. People don't go in there. No, they don't. Okay. And we're not saying you need to abandon your store. We're just saying the model is shifting, bro. There's more and more stuff that's going online. Okay. So even like your Shopify or Square stores, even this is going to change the game. Okay. So make sure you guys are paying attention to this. If you guys need help with this, you guys know you go to accountingplusaccountability.com. Accountingplusaccountability.com. Upper right-hand corner is the header. There's a little gold button that says talk with Aaron. Playa, that's me. Click it. Counter, we'll talk about anything you want to talk about. Business strategy. I got this idea for a business. How do I do my taxes with this? My payroll. I want my first employee, but I'm scared out of my mind. I've got this idea for a business, but I don't know where to start. Playa, we got you. We got you. Okay. Accountingplusaccountability.com, and we'll get you taken care of. Now, are we ready? It's time to shift. into the highlight for me, which is Wasabi Wednesday. Bro, you don't know what's coming. You don't even know. So this is, you guys know, I scour the internet. This is our little TMZ independent report of all the tea and the gossip in the last week. We talk about everything, playa. You also know I love to talk about my housewives. So I'll be talking a little bit about that. And if you guys have been keeping up with the latest season of Housewives of Beverly Hills, you know the ladies are right now, we're right in the middle of Italy, and it is magic somehow. And by the way, again, I can't keep giving enough props to Sutton. Okay. Bro, she is taking Erica's like medication and she is just like all logic. She's like no emotion. And she's like, I really want to like room with Amanda because I don't want her to feel alone. And I want to kind of like be that person for her. Like, what? Sutton, you, my dear, are a genius. Thank you for actually doing that. And thank you for making this Italy trip fantastic. Okay. So, bro, they're in Florence. This villa they're staying in is like a freaking museum, bro. It looks like the Louvre. It's insane. Okay. But we're definitely talking about the gossip and the tea today. And I got to start with the biggest DUI story in the country that happened over the weekend. And I know what you're thinking because I was thinking too, Justin Timberlake. Wrong. That was in 2024, but the latest cam footage came out over the weekend masking the dude that he used to date back in the days DUI. That's right. Britney effing Spears. And I have a freaking question for all you morons. Okay. This is all you guys that get arrested for this. You all have the money. How in the hell do you not leave? Walk out the door. You have the money where chump change. You're like, oh, I found like 20 grand in the couch cushions. Like you found it. Okay. Like going through the couch. Oh my God. I just found like this stack of like money here. Okay. That's celebrity money is like that. Okay. How do you not have a vehicle in your fleet called a Tesla Model 3 or Model Y? Preferably 20 or newer, so that way it can handle 14.222, 14.3 FSD. How in the hell are you that rich and that access to that many resources? I swear to God, if you just put a little post on X and tagged Elon, and like if Britney, because Britney Spears is obviously the one that got a DUI, okay? But here's the deal: if Britney or Justin just sent a quick little DM to our boy Elon and said, "Hey, bro, this is really embarrassing for me. I want to buy a Model 3. What do you think, bro?" You're never getting pulled over again because the car's going to drive your ass home. Okay, you're never getting pulled over because you're not swerving. If you're going to be drinking, how are you not in a Tesla? It makes no effing sense, bro. Okay, I don't get it. They all think when you watch the Timberlake footage, and this is a couple years ago, and the cop had never heard of the dude, which is hysterical to me because I'm like, how have you been living under a rock? But anyway, hey, look, man, I get it. And he was like, so what do you do? He's like, well, I'm on a world tour, and the cop's like, what does that mean? And Justin's like, well, it's kind of hard to explain. I'm like, what do you mean it's hard to explain? You're insanely famous. You're part of a like well-known band, dated Britney Spears, like Justin Timberlake, right? Just Google me, you know, Bruno Mars, Justin Timberlake. That's me, playa. Like, trust me. You might not know who I am, but the rest of the world does. Okay. And by the way, that's not me being douchey. I'm just telling you that's what a world tour is. Taylor Swift just finished her Eras world tour. That's what I do. Okay. I'm like, bro, I don't know. But freaking Britney Spears arrested for DUI? What the hell, bro? Like, oh my God, dude, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Just use your brain for 2 seconds, please. Like, you'll never have to worry about this ever again. And the day it can be unsupervised is the day that MAD goes out of business. We will never have Mothers Against Drunk Driving again. It'll disappear. Elon is trying to make that disappear. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. What else is going on in the news today? What's some of this gossipy TMZZT we got here? Bro, and I still don't get it. I still don't get it. How in the hell is Louis Hamilton, one of my favorite F1 drivers, okay, still with freaking Kim Kardashian? Clearly, this chick has been hiding parts of herself. Bro, if you can't get along with Pete Davidson, which, let's just be honest, bro, probably one of the most laid back humans alive, literally collects VHS tapes. Yes, bro. That's Pete. Okay. Um, if you can't, if he can't get along with you, Louis Hamilton? Oh, bro. No, no. But over the weekend, hanging out in Arizona, a little Arizona weekend getaway, dude, I don't get it. Makes no sense to me. Will that last? Not a chance. No, because we already know Louis is going to figure it out. He's very smart, bro. He's very smart. He's very self-aware. And the dude, by the way, it's like he and I are best friends. I was talking to Louis like yesterday. I was like, bro, what are you doing, bro? Like, we both know you don't like drama. Like, you don't even like the tea. Like, you don't even watch me on Wednesdays because you're like, I don't even want to hear about Wasabi Wednesday. I'm like, right, bro, like, how are you still with it? He's like, bro, she seems cool to me. And I'm like, right. But you understand that that's just an act. And he's like, you know who I am, right? I'm like, yeah. So as soon as she starts showing that to me, I'm having fun right now, bro. And I'm like, you right. He's like, bro, I got this. I'm like, damn it, I'm an idiot. You're a genius. When you're ready to be done having fun, you be done. Thank you. Thank you for clearing the air with me right now, Mr. Hamilton. I appreciate you. Clearly, the guy's a genius, and I do not have his number. But for you guys that were not watching that, you probably thought I had Louis Hamilton call in, and we were just talking. That did not happen. You want to know what else is going on in the news in the last week? The secret wedding of the century that supposedly happened, but there's no proof that it happened. Who is it? Who am I talking about? ZTH, people. Zendaya and Tom Holland. Come on now, ZTH. But dude, remember, Zendaya was spotted wearing a wedding band on her finger. Okay, she stepped out of Paris Fashion Week, and that everybody's rolling like bling a bling a bling. Okay. Meanwhile, she and Robert Pattinson are promoting their new film, The Drama. Is art imitating life? Question mark. Who knows, playa? Who knows? But man, we ain't done talking about the tea. Michael B. Jordan, bro, wins Best Actor for Sinners. Michael B. Jordan, bro, fell in love with that dude. What was it? Black Panther. Oh, dude, Wakanda Forever, man. Like that dude. Wow, amazing, man. His skill, fantastic. He's amazing. But MBJ took home the gold for playing twins in the Ryan Coogler film Sinners, beating out Chalamet and DiCaprio. Okay, well, that doesn't surprise me on DiCaprio, but everybody's like all up. And you know what? The reason why Charlemagne did not win is because he's obviously with freaking, what's her name? Kylie, whatever the hell her name is. Kylie Jenner's. Oh, God, dude. The dude, literally, understand, your street cred goes down the longer you're with that chick. Promise you on that play. Promise you. Okay. What else is going on? Oscars 2026, bro. The aftermath photo goes viral. So a photo showing the Dolby Theater littered with cardboard boxes, and water after the ceremony went viral. Social media dragged Hollywood's elite for the mess. One user joked, collect those DNA samples. They might be worth something. What? It's not even Dad Joke Monday, bro. That was a phenomenal joke, dude. What else is going on, bro? I told you, today was just news. Beyonce's nephew, Jules Cozy's up to reality star Tommy Lee. Jules Smith was spotted giving 41-year-old love and hip hop star. He's not freaking hip hop. Tommy Lee, a piggyback, called him baby and so fine. The Knowles family has got eyes on this one, bro. I don't know, man. Kylie Jenner's awkward moment with Chalamet's sister at Oscars, bro. I just imagine it's as awkward, as Erica Kirk hanging out with Charlie's parents, bro. Like, we'll do it for the photo op, but trust me, we all can tell we ain't happy. Footage of Kylie trying to get the attention of Charlamagne's sister Pauline at the Oscars went viral, bro. In the end, playa, you can't fight the sister. Sisters be crazy. I know. And if she's the middle child and a sister, no, she's just crazy. Like, you go into a fight, you want the sibling that's got like Down syndrome strength. That's my little brother. You see him, you're like, this makes sense. But then you've got to have the crazy middle sister. Those two in front of you, and you just stand back, and it's like freaking watching, 300, the Spartans just clear the house, bro. Okay. So no, Timothy's sister, Pauline, having nothing to do with that biatch. By the way, my opinion, I'm sure she's probably a great person. So, FYI, no, Pauline walked past that chick to hug her brother. While Kylie reached out for a hug that never came. It's like watching Meghan Markle trying to reach out to Harry's hand, and the dude just like stiffs her, like, bam, stiff arms, like, pow. She's doing like the, he's like, pow, doesn't even move, doesn't even like feign, like it doesn't, nothing, bro. Like this, Pauline, you're gonna get the Wasabi Award. We're gonna. I think so far she's got the Wasabi Award this week. Number 8, Pussycat Dolls reunite as a trio. No effing way, bro. Nicole, Kim, and Ashley are officially back together and promoting an upcoming tour. They hit NYC and London this week. The 2000 just called, and they want their ringtones back, playa. Damn. Oh, my God, bro. I got a couple juicy ones. Bold and beautiful star Darren Brooks divorces after 10 years, bro. Dude, can you believe this, man? Like, Darren Brooks and Kelly Kruger announced their divorce after a decade of marriage. Another Hollywood love story bites the freaking dust, man. And my last story, because she's one of my favorites, Miley Cyrus. Love you. Love you. Okay. But Miley Cyrus calls Alex Cooper's creepy, not Cooper's, Cooper creepy at Hannah Montana premiere. What? First of all, we all knew Alice Cooper was creepy. And secondly, the dude's also like a Jesus lover. Like, we all know most of the time this crap is show, okay? But at the premiere of Hannah Montana, Miley called podcast queen Alex Cooper creepy in what appeared to be a playful but cringeworthy exchange. Internet is still deciding if it was a joke or not. Bro, why would they called podcast queen Alex Cooper? Oh, she's podcast queen Alex Cooper. I was like, Alex Cooper, podcast queen? No. She is calling him creepy. Oh, all right. What'd you guys think of our little Wasabi Wednesday? You dig those top 10? I knew you would, play it. I knew you would. Now, you guys know that we finish every episode of Business for Breakfast with a reframe from Scott Adams' latest book, How to Reframe Your Brain, which is right up here on the bookshelf. Right here. Bloop, get it? The dude passed away January 13th of this year. I call him my pops number 3. Changed my life in 100 different ways, and his reframes changed my life. And so here is a user interface for happiness and success by our boy, Mr. Adams. And we talk about the usual frame, and we talk about a new frame, a reframe, a new way of looking at something, okay? Here's a usual frame. Manage your time, which we all know, okay, you got to do. Like, we don't want to be inefficient, right? But here's a new way of looking at it, okay? A reframe, if you will. Manage your energy. So this one's different. Okay, so understand through the week, most of us today, that's what's called hump day. Okay, we're running on fumes, not because we don't have enough hours in the day, but because we are spending our best emotional energy early in the week. Okay, and typically on the least important tasks. Okay, so Scott talks about this. Stop trying to squeeze more minutes out of. Start protecting your peak energy for your highest value work. Okay. Pop Venti shops. That means doing your sales calls, creative work, strategic thinking first when your brain is fresh. When I say first, it's when your brain is fresh. First, do that. Some of you guys like me, I'm like ready to roll. I get up at 3 or 4 every morning. Okay. So my brain within 30 minutes is electric. It's on fire. Okay. But there's some people like by noon is when they start doing their best work, whatever. When your brain is at its best, do the most important work first, okay? Save the emails, invoices. You guys know, like anybody that tries to email me, like I have thousands of unread emails. But it's because I have to batch my tasks. And for everything I have to do, checking email is just never in the top 10, like never. It has no bearing unless somebody says, hey, bro, I'm sending you an email. Then I'll check, okay? But being the person that checks email to make sure I'm at inbox 0, please tell me how that benefits what I do on a daily basis at all, actually. 0. Inbox 0 helps me suffer less because that's usually an OCD type of person who has to control certain things. That ain't me. Okay. So save the emails, invoices, the admin for afternoon slump. You got the same 24 hours everybody else does. The winners manage their energy, not their clock. What did you guys think, bro? What did you think of today's episode? Huh? What'd you think, Ma? Did you guys dig it? Was it the best Wasabi Wednesday ever? Play. Now that we got the mic all figured out, it probably was. I mean, you can't help but love the tea that we do over here on Wasabi Wednesday, bro. It's spicy. Oh, it's so spicy. Okay. All right. Now, you guys know everything we talk about here. If you think that it's hard or you think it's easy, you're right. We spend every second working in the business, guys. Make sure today, spend some time minding your own business. All right, my beautiful peeps. You guys got the tips, the tricks. Now go own this freaking day. You know what time it is, right? Well, first of all, my name's Aaron Novinger, the Venti Business Guy, and you guys know what time it is. What time is it, peeps? Oh my God, it is time to get to work. Kapow!